Well, hello, it's me again. Today we're looking at a position where we have two pieces, and we know a bishop and a knight is enough to win on their own. But the problem here is black's two connected pawns running towards promotion. Our king is too far away to stop them, and we will have to do something extraordinary to win this. The obvious move of just taking here is a draw, because black will simply take our knight, we take here, and we have to settle for a draw. And I think most players will probably do that in a over the board situation if we have just a couple of minutes left on the clock, something like this. But there is a way for white to win this. Can you see how? You can pause the video and see if you can find out the winning variation of your own. And when you return, I will go through it. Go ahead. Okay, here we go. So obviously we cannot move the bishop. We cannot take there, and moving here is not giving us anything. He will just start running with his pawns. And the king cannot go anywhere, not anywhere important. I mean, we can go there, but it doesn't matter. So we only have two moves to choose from, really. Knight e7 or knight b6. So this is wrong. Knight e7 is wrong. Yes, it stops this pawn with a fork and take it. And if it goes here, we can check, come here, and looks fairly good. But black will not allow us to do that. He will simply play king d6, attacking the knight again, blocking us from coming closer, and we will more or less be forced to get a check on f5. He will just continue to chase our knight, and you see this is just too not good enough to win. After c3 now, the king will come here, and these two pawns are just impossible to stop. We will be happy to save a draw here. So we start instead with knight b6. It attacks this pawn right away, so the king cannot move now. Then we will simply take this pawn with our knight, and we will win fairly easy. And if he moves this pawn, well, we looked at that before. We still have this fork here, and we will take this one. And from there, it's a pretty easy win. We'll put a knight on b1, and then just put our bishop here on this diagonal like this. And it's an easy win. So instead, black will play b2. Okay, from here. I mean, it's coming to b1 next move, and our bishop cannot stop it. So we have to stop it with our knight. With a check here, the king will go to either d6 or c6, doesn't really matter. And then we go down to c3. The problem here is that his king is getting closer, and it's closer to the pawns that our king is. Now, if black plays king e5, this is not a good move, then it's pretty easy win for us. We can put our knight on b1 right away and follow up with bishop c8, and we will come to this diagonal where we will stop everything. If black tries to move around like this, see, everything is blocked. He cannot come closer. He has to go back. So we don't have to watch that too much. Instead, he will go to c5. He wants to get the king into b4, attacking our knight, and then helping his pawn to advance here also. Okay, what do we do from here? Well, I mean, the bishop cannot really come to any better place. We can try this variation here with c8, but it's not good enough now. Not when black king is in the middle of his pawns like this. We go to b1 as we planned. He will play c3, and we take this diagonal. But now the king is here, not around here somewhere. King b3 will come, and now he's threatening c2 like this. And there's really no way we can win this. We can try some perpetual checks like this to get the draw, but that's the best we can do. So instead, from here, I mean, our king can still not come any closer, but we want to get the knight to b1, so let's start with knight b1 instead. From here, it's pretty good. We can try to get our bishop around somewhere and protect it, and it also protects these two squares. So black king has to come to b4 to stop this. I mean, to help this pawn advance. Let's look what happens first if black plays king d4 instead. Now again, going this direction, we can go ahead with this plan and come here. And I mean, something like this to stop this, it's just not quick enough. We can do many things. We can try this perhaps, c3, and then we can come to a4 and put it on c2. And it's all good. There are long variations here, but I'm just going to touch base on some of them because the main variation is still king b4. This is what we are looking for now. He wants to advance his pawn here. And what can we do from here? I mean, the pawns, we haven't taken any of them, and they are advancing both of them. And the king got all the way over here. Can we still win this? Yes, we can. But how? If you want to pause the video again, go ahead. Okay, here we go. So now it's time to get our king into the action. We play king b6. The knight is ideally placed here on b1. The bishop wants to come to d3 if he moves this pawn, so the king must move now. Okay, if he plays king b3, then we have some different variations. We can play bishop c8 again. And now we still cannot go here, but we can play king b5. And this won't work because of bishop e6 checkmate. Such a beautiful move. And if he plays c3, what will we do then? As I said, we want to get the bishop to d3. Stop this. The king will come to b3 to support, and we have the same variation again. Our king comes to b5, more or less force him to move his pawn, and we end things with a beautiful checkmate. This is a really nice end position, I think. And if black doesn't want to fall for that, if he realizes he cannot move his pawn, instead try something with his king, it's a quick, well, not quick, but it's a pretty easy win for white. We move our king closer, block this king, and, well, if it goes here, we just take this. It's, again, forced move, and we will take it. Still, it's pretty tough to win with the bishop and the knight. I know for many players, but we got the king in the first rank in a way, so we are winning a little bit faster than if it was in the middle of the board. But it's a test for sure. But anyway, it's a theoretical win for white here, and it's beautiful study from Mr. Kubbel. Thank you for watching this. Have a great day. See you later. Bye bye.